5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is 14 North Radio. With Mikey Solis, Sean Miller, and Jerad Benson.
Yes.
Yep.
I feel like I'm harnessing powers.
Every podcast now you've been getting like torqued up. Dude.
Super torqued. Sean does a whole routine every single time.
I told you guys I was going to do it. I did it.
You do the dance.
I feel good.
So we got together tonight. This is my last night here in the studio with these guys, but not my last podcast with these guys. We're going to make it happen. We're going to... What was that?
You all right, Jerry? That was his tears of sadness.
It was my tears just popping out like farts.
Oh. No. Yeah, this kind of came pretty quick for me. You know?
Yeah, it was a pretty fast movement going on in a move.
It's
a
kind
big
of like
move.
Everything, yeah. But everything in my life's been like super fast. It's never been like, let's plan for this and then do it. No, it fucking happens.
See, what usually happens with me is like, all right, I have a specific date that's going to happen, and then it doesn't happen for like 6 months after that. So like I plan for a year, and then it happens 6 months after that.
So you have the opposite of what I have.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say moving's the worst thing somebody could do.
Dude, and to do it by yourself. Like, that's what happened to me. Like, I got stuck doing the move alone.
That's completely
At least you weren't
worse.
like packing everything, moving to a place, and then unpacking everything, like all within the same weekend.
For sure. And
'Cause that's the worst.
And when we go to move to our final spot,
That's going to be that.
I'm hiring somebody.
Oh, God. I've been saying that. Like,
because all my shit's in boxes, so I don't need anybody to come through and pack shit. It's like, I'm hiring somebody to move it. Because, dude, it sucks. And my time's not worth moving.
It just sucks so much. It really does. And especially, like, I live in an apartment, and the elevator's not that big. So you got to carry a lot of shit up the stairs. Or down the stairs, you're moving out, and that is like...
Yeah, it's the other problem.
There's no way.
Just how many times... You know, the only thing that's comparable to moving has got to be painting the fucking house.
Yeah.
Which one would you pick? I'd totally pick painting twice over moving my shit.
I hate them equally the same.
Because painting always seems like, okay, this is going to be fun, we're going to just paint this real quick, and then never.
It's never easy.
Or you get yelled at like you miss spots.
Dude, we painted your bay before you moved in here, and that sucked.
Yeah, it was
bad. It is such a small room.
I would almost rather burn my shit before, like, if I had to move into another house, I'd like, look, we're gonna have a just garage sale free for all, or I'm burning it, and we're gonna start fresh. I hate moving.
Or I just would want to hire somebody to pack my shit too. Like, just come in.
It doesn't work.
They do that.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work unless you're like a crazy rich person. You still got to put it in boxes and tape it up and write shit on it and unpack it later. It sucks.
Actually, the unpacking is not that bad for me. I kind of enjoy
you find
it.
shit you didn't know you had.
Well, I just enjoy or shit you don't. You're like, why do I have this
here's
still?
this dragon painting.
But like,
why did I buy when I was 12?
I'd like the first initial move in, and I'm gung ho about it because I want it to feel like home immediately.
Right.
So like, moving in is fine. It's the moving out, the packing, and then carrying shit.
Right.
Like my sister-in-law, she's been out here almost a year, but she still had a bunch of stuff in Colorado, and they just came back this weekend. So Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, I'm moving all her shit.
Moving somebody else's shit. That's even worse.
Yeah, that's
into
bad.
her place, and it's
I guess there's moving, and then there's moving somebody else's shit.
I think after a certain age, you stop asking your friends.
Yeah, that's it. You're on your own, buddy.
No, but I got a mom Dukes that likes to move around a lot, and me and Uncle Teets are the only responsible children. Sorry, Megan and Kevin. But we're the only people that could pick up washer and dryers and move it. Plus, Tim's got a truck. Man.
Dude, I saw the funniest thing today.
What's that?
Our boy, Chase, posted this Facebook thing, dude.
I might have saw it. What is it?
Hold on. I'll explain it to you. I was dying laughing. So, our friend Chase, I guess it's out there now, according to this Facebook post.
Right.
Told Sean's sister, I love you. And she replies, I love you back. And then Uncle TT posted a picture of Jeff Goldblum as the fly throwing up into his hands. It was so good. I couldn't put another picture up because it would take away from that picture.
Well, here there's a two part to that because one, that was great. I did spend about 15 minutes this morning trying to find a throw-up
You were
picture.
trying to find the picture, right?
And then I got sidetracked and went back to work, and I was like, because I was looking for the Crank Yager's picture where the guy throws up everywhere. But Tim's picture just destroyed whatever idea I
there was
had.
nothing. I try to find something.
You can't. And Tim's picture was so perfect. I was like, now I can't even post anything. It's kind of moot now.
But it's. I kind of like that. Go all the way with it, so nobody could post.
That's what you got. That's the goal.
Yeah.
To win immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately, where like everybody taps out because there's nothing. If I were to post something, it would have just took away from how good that would have
Right.
been. There's not another picture on the planet in the universe. It's better.
I don't remember if we talked about this on the podcast because my memory's not all what it used to be back in the day. But we talk about watching The Fly recently a couple weeks ago?
You said your kids. No, I think it was a conversation we had, but it wasn't on the podcast.
All right,
yet.
so it wasn't on the podcast.
You let your kids watch The Fly.
No, well, Tim was at our house and we were going to do some barbecuing, and The Fly popped up, and I remember as a kid I used to watch The Fly, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember these scenes. It'd be cool to have the kids kind of see these. And we're watching the movie, and I was like, oh, fuck, turn your eyes. Why are you watching this shit? Get out of here. And I realized, man, my parents let us watch some horrible things on movies.
My parents didn't care.
But here's my only problem with The Fly, and I know without this situation you don't have the movie, but if you develop teleportation and you don't have some fail safes about letting some flies or bugs in, I don't think you were ready for teleportation,
right? Brendel Fly merged.
That was it. That's what
the computer knew to merge it. It didn't like come up with a warning like, "Hey, there's a fly in here."
There's
Dick.
a fly in here. Maybe we should.
Just merged. Man,
yeah, like there should have been some sort of like life
They could have
support
done a
system.
whole like series of movies with different things,
Anything.
like a bee.
right?
But The Fly was so gross.
Did you guys ever see The Fly Part 2, though?
No.
Tim and I saw that.
Who was in part 2?
I don't remember who was in it, but I remember the kid could be a fly on and off. Like he could fly around.
See, that'd be all right.
Really? Would you pick to be that?
Not a fly.
You still got to throw up on your food.
I don't want to be like a hummingbird. Something beautiful.
What?
Nobody ever gives a shit about hummingbirds. They're like,
Be the worst person to have sex with. You'd be like, you're done.
What could be the best splicing?
Ooh.
Like half something else.
It's the island of Dr. Moreau.
I mean, I would like one of my favorite characters from the Hobbit book, not the fucking shitty movies, was Baron. He was a skin changer. He could change into a bear, and he was just a man, like a mountain man.
It's like man bear.
So you would splice yourself into a bear?
Hell yeah, dude.
Half bear, half Jerad.
Like a grizzly bear, though.
But like you're that all the time, though.
Jerad
Right?
No.
bear.
I could turn into a bear whenever I want.
Oh no, see, no. This is you're gonna be.
No, you're a hybrid.
You can be half Jerad, half bear.
That'd be cool.
Jerad bear.
What else would you want to be?
I feel like
Eagle?
you would need a bidet.
Like a,
It'd be hard for you to edit. Have to
You
throw
get pissed
meat
off
at
real
you.
easy.
Jared, what you do in the bathroom
Get out of
again?
the trash, Jerad. We gotta get those metal bins.
I'm going to carry Zag nuts in my pocket just to make Jared happy. I don't know. What would I be? I don't know. That's a tough one. Some sort of cheetah. Be awesome.
just so you could run fast?
Just be super fast. Right?
I'd be like,
Don't judge me, you fucking bear.
A bear.
Did you see his little bear judging smirk?
I would take half Justin Timberlake, half Mikey. Hey JT, come here real quick. You're like, what? Like, just come here.
Just the hair half, Mike?
Yeah,
just the hair half?
Maybe the singing and dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wish I could take those skills. Singing and dancing.
but then it would suck because then if JT was half JT, half Mikey, it wouldn't be that great for him.
Yeah.
Throwing up on his
Ever do
food.
that?
I would take anything with a six-pack. Just merge me with anything with a six-pack. I don't even care.
So you just get the six-pack?
Just a six-pack. I'll keep everything else.
But everything else, dude.
Yeah, I'm cool. Just six-packs.
No, that was just one of those things that bothered me.
What if you were a computer?
Well, that's the thing is he
Watson?
merged with the pod at the end.
Well, of what?
At the Fly.
I thought he
the
fell
fly.
apart. I thought he was like falling apart.
No, he went again and he tried to step out and the piece of the pod merged with him. And that's when he put the shotgun to his little fly head.
Oh, he did kill himself.
Well, he pointed the gun and what's her name?
She shot it.
Yeah, she shot. What's her name?
Dreyfus? It wasn't.
Dreyfus. What?
Jerry Seinfeld?
Jerry Seinfeld. No, what's her name? She was
Imagine
in,
if he was in that movie.
she was in A League of Her Own.
What are we doing
Madonna?
here?
No, yeah.
Why am I a fly? I gotta know
Oh
her
God,
name.
I'm drawing a blank.
Hold
What's
on,
her
I'll
name?
get it right now.
It was kind of weird for me because there was a scene where she was smoking a cigarette on the computer. I was like, oh. I know this is 80s, but she's kind of...
Gina Davis.
Gina Davis.
Oh, yeah.
She's kind of not hot, and she's smoking a cigarette. Marble Reds
I
on the
don't know.
computer.
That's the same girl. I thought she was kind of cute in A League of Their Own.
Yeah,
was?
that's what I said.
But you know what happened to her now? I feel so bad if she's listening. When people get work done, the fat starts to pour around the work that you've had done. So like where they made the incisions to like pull back, well, your old fat face starts to mold around that. She's becoming the Fly now.
Oh, no.
Have you seen her lately?
She's one with silicone?
Oh, dude.
You know who
She
looks
merged?
good as an old woman is I forget her name, but she's in all the
Harry Potter?
American Horror Story.
Wait, no. Sean's sick? Sally Fields?
Sally Fields. Well, American Horror Story? Oh,
Kathy
yeah,
Bates.
No,
No, I know what you're talking about. Oh, God, I can't remember names. What is that? If I can merge with something, it's a computer that would remember names.
Remember?
It's terrible. What's her name?
I don't know who you're talking about. What was she in besides American Horror Story?
she was in Big Fish. Did you ever see that movie?
Saw Big Fish.
She was the mom. She's a pretty lady.
I can't remember her name.
Is
Everybody's yelling this out right now.
I know. Stupids. What's her name?
Is it Jessica something?
Lang.
Jessica Lange, yeah.
Jessica Tangi. She's dead now. Huh?
Tangy.
Yeah,
We're terrible.
we are.
Why? What happened?
We have no
I think
respect for her.
we are too picky. There was a meme I saw. It was like a fat dude, like, man, she's too fat. And it's like
He's like just this.
it's like we're so
obese
picky
dude.
as a species because we don't really look at ourselves.
I'm not picky.
Yeah, Mike
Why-
might
we-
be
we,
one of the least picky
shit,
people
yeah.
I've ever met.
I'll
did-
drink water with stuff in it. I mean,
I know.
Water with stuff in it.
There's something floating in this
start floating my expensive bottle of water here.
I know. Mike was. We were at a restaurant today. There was something floating in the bottle of water, and I was like, "There's shit floating in there." Mike's like, "This is not Darfur." Bleh.
No, I can't imagine some kids from the Congo being like, "Hey, there's
Yeah.
something in this glass bottle."
We're
there.
not from the Congo.
There's just some fibers floating around that are naturally there. in
They're
my
not parasites.
bottle.
They're not gonna like eat at you from
It's
the
not like
insides.
it's swimming around. Imagine if we looked in there. There's just a little
It's
fucking
like-
thing
This could
swimming.
be the worst.
It's like the poltergeist dude when he was drinking the tequila and the eyeball opened up on it, dude. That was the worst. I think that one fucked me up.
Which
dude.
part was it?
It was
Three?
part 2 when
Two.
he was drinking in the
I only
stairwell.
saw the first one.
3 was the worst. That one sucked. There
I
were
mean,
like
the first
some
one was
high-rise-
literally awesome. Like everything about
No, the
it.
first one was great. Second one was weird. Third one, they were in some expensive high rise.
Well, the first one was even weirder because the little girl died in
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah,
Like right after that.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
she had some weird disease.
So it was like because she made that movie.
She died real young. Well, that movie was known to be like really
Yeah,
like
I heard
haunted
all
movie
those.
sets.
Yeah, like people like shit going down, weird stuff happening.
Yeah.
I bet it was just the atmosphere on set.
Yeah, could you imagine making a movie like that?
Fucking horrible. What about The Exorcist? Do you think like Billy Friedkin was like laughing after a certain take or something? Like he's like, that was good. Let's get another one like that, Linda.
Did you guys try the peanuts at Crafty? And action.
You wanna fuck me? You wanna fuck me?
I heard one take. I don't know if this is what kind of rumors, but I heard one take he had like a fake gun, and to get people's reactions to act scared, they didn't know he had it, and he'd pop it off. Yeah.
Oh, really? And
Yeah.
they'd like jump.
He'd be action, and they'd be looking, and he'd pop off a gun and get people jumping.
I want to know who he is like in real life because we
When he
met
peels
him,
off his fake face.
Yeah, because we've met him like a handful of times. He's like super cool, super nice, and I was like, this can't be the guy that directed this film.
You're a weirdo.
You got to be a fucking weirdo. You know.
Do you have to be though? Do you have to be weird?
There's no way you make that movie and just be as cool as he, because he's super cool. He's so down to earth and stuff like that. But there's got to be that element of fucking weirdness.
I don't know. I think. I mean, he's got his own kind of thing going on, but like, I don't think he's got to be all fucked up in the head to make a movie like that. It's just
You know who, like
creative
Wes
project.
Craven. Like they interviewed Wes Craven. It's like, yeah, you know, we were really going for this type of color and shit. I was like, no, dude, you want to do some fucked up films.
Well, also think about these guys like The Exorcist. That was kind of like a pretty original thing that happened, like that film. And then Wes Craven doing all his movies, and
Right.
then George Romero. Like these guys were artists that created something different. That might not necessarily mean they're like just a fucking weirdo, and they're like, I'm going to make a zombie movie.
But do you think they're one off? sort of one-trick ponies, though.
Well, yeah, like look at what George Romero did.
Exactly.
Nothing else.
What did he do?
He did Night of the Living Dead. He's the first. He kind of created
Zombies.
movies.
That's what put it in my mind when you said that.
I wasn't a fan of zombie movies until
28 Days Later.
no
Zombieland.
Zombieland.
Zombieland was pretty good.
I loved
awesome.
it. Dude,
It was good
perfect.
because they did. It was a comedy with zombies.
I did
28
like-
Days Later.
I
Was
did like 28 Days
awesome.
Later. I saw that in the theater. And I remember that was the first time they could run and actually
Yeah,
have some
that was
sort
the
of
first
brain.
time.
Yeah.
and then they did the remake of Dawn of the Dead was actually pretty good.
That was with the 28 Days Later was with that cat from Batman's
Yeah.
Dark Knight series.
Gillian Murphy.
Yeah, I saw like one of the first things I ever saw him in was Red Eye. Did you ever see Red
Yeah,
Eye?
I think I have. Yeah,
It was like it all took place in the seat next to each other, and I loved how like it sucks because it makes me sound like a fucking like sadist or not a sadist, but like a chauvinist because he was just like degrading her the whole time.
you loved it.
I don't know why. I was just,
It reminds me of, like, when you think of movies like that, I think of Phone Booth.
I
Like,
never saw
how do
Phone
you
Booth.
pitch that? You never saw it?
I heard about it. I really don't like him.
Colin,
Yeah, I don't. Colin Farrell. I don't like him.
really?
He was the only thing I think I liked him in was in Horrible Bosses.
Yeah, I think
He's such a piece of
good
shit.
Well, did you ever see...
Seven Psychopaths were okay.
No, In Bruges.
No, I never saw that.
Oh, dude, that movie's great. Watch that. In Bruges is
I'm sure.
amazing.
I mean, I'm sure he's a good actor. He just like him as a person. You know how sometimes you can look past somebody as a person if they're just really, really good.
Yeah.
like Russell Crowe.
But there's like,
Mel Gibson.
I'm sure he's a
Yeah,
great.
right?
Yeah, Mel Gibson is actually a perfect.
Fucking great director, but
Yeah, but
crazy.
like Colin Farrell, I just see him as a person. I'm like, nah,
he's just a
pass.
cop, right?
I'll pass.
That's interesting. No, well, watch In Bruges. You love it.
In
Oh,
Bruges.
but like, there's movies like there's that movie about like where there's all the people stuck in an elevator. How the
I
fuck
didn't
you
like
pitch that movie
I didn't like it at all.
and get money, millions of dollars?
Yeah.
That one movie I didn't see.
Well,
I
you know who
haven't seen
produced
any
that
of these
movie?
movies.
You know who produced that elevator movie? I think it was Sam Raimi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you look at it's Sam Raimi's behind it all.
But then there's that movie with oh god, what's his name? Who played Bane?
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
yeah.
And he's driving in a car. The whole movie. The whole movie takes place him driving in a car.
I don't know what that
Came
is.
out like 2 or 3 years ago, and I guess people said it was phenomenal.
Well, the same thing with 12 Angry Men, dude. That's such a great movie.
Well,
they
I mean,
never
That's a
that
good
was,
point.
That was
That's a
based
good
on.
point.
they never leave that room.
Was that?
Yeah.
Was it? It was. I don't know if it was a book. I think it was. I know it was a play.
Yeah, it was a play.
But
I don't know if
it's
it was
written extremely well.
But see, and that's this is what like really impressed me with like Tarantino. It's so dialogue heavy. You don't need to go anywhere, and it sucks you in.
Yeah.
But it's because of the dialogue. If you don't have dialogue, dude, and you try to watch 12 Angry Men, the cool thing about 12 Angry Men, you can watch it now, and just like you be cool. I'm gonna watch this film.
Sure.
But if that dialogue's anything less than what they did,
Yeah.
you fucking cannot watch that.
Well, see, I mean, I
Kick that TV over.
came from doing a lot of theater when I was younger, so it's like you are on one.
Did you ever wear
pretty
tights?
much. I don't think I did actually.
You ever jump in the air?
Yeah.
just
Yes.
a side note. I realize a lot of movies I sort of gravitate towards are movies where people are just sort of secluded in this weird area and they can't get out. Perfect example, Burbs. The whole entire movie took place
In
on
the
one
neighborhood.
street in the neighborhood
Yeah.
with like 5 characters. And I know I throw it out there a lot, but in the movie I like Tremors. It was like 6
Tremors was
characters
good.
in a desert. They're not going anywhere. That's what it is. I love these movies.
There's something in the ground.
I thought,
They're under
Trimmers,
the ground.
Trimmers is awesome.
But those see, I don't. That's why I don't like the X-Men's or the
Too much
Hulks.
shit going on?
They're flying across the country. They're fighting, and there's all these millions of
they got
characters nobody
supersonic
cares
jets,
for.
dude.
I'm not as invested as I am in Tremors, where there's 5 people in a desert town and they're trying to survive.
And those
that,
worms look pretty good too.
that resonates more to me. That resonates more to me than a dude with a giant hammer that falls from another universe.
So
I
then,
Yeah, I
don't
never
buy
watched
it.
it.
what would be like top 3? I mean, it's hard to pinpoint.
Dude, it resonates and fluctuates.
I think not in the top 3 realm. You could put Trimmers in a top 3 fun movie.
Fun. It's a fun movie. Yeah.
And then you look at the characters of like Reba and her husband. They were like my
magazine.
favorite. They were always prepping for shit.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, because like fun movie for me, like I guess
Graboids.
also like childhood, like Goonies. I think that is a phenomenal
Exact
film
same example.
as a kid.
Though. Exact same
I still
example.
like
You
it.
have a small handful of well-crafted characters trying to forward or trying to escape.
On the flip side of that, though, without dialogue and nothing else going on, was Castaway.
Castaway was great.
For 25 minutes,
Tom Hanks, though, man.
there was nothing said.
I could watch Tom Hanks just like read a book.
Yeah, right?
I made fire.
God, he's just so fun to
There was
watch.
nobody else that he interacted with except till the end.
You know what I thought
And
about?
then she cheated on her husband.
Well, in the beginning, it bookends because it's like he's on the flight and then it crashes, so you see a little bit of relationship, but then he's for like I guess 3/4 of the movie he's by himself.
Right. But it works.
Oh yeah.
It works the whole way through.
I always thought, though, this always one of my favorite movies is, and everybody's favorite movie is Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
I always wondered what it would be like to have Tom Hanks instead of
Andy Dufresne? Tim Robbins?
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins was so good in it.
He was good, but imagine Tom Hanks in that role.
I can't.
I don't know.
Because Tim Robbins had some kind of weirdness to him. Tom Hanks doesn't have that weirdness. Like,
Yeah, I think, but Tim Robbins, like he was like Andy Dufresne.
Yeah.
You know, he's like when he told him not to be obtuse. I don't think Tom Hanks says that line in that realm.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah.
It would definitely be a different movie, but think about the Green Mile, though.
He's great in Green Mile, but Tim Robbins, when he calls that guy an illiterate fuck, man, that's one of my favorite lines in that whole movie.
Right?
Like, he's too good.
I think we
Andy
talked about this
Dufresne.
before, but casting, I mean, they know what they're doing when they're casting a movie, because even you look at the...
Sometimes.
No.
Sometimes.
I'm talking about the good movies, like the ones that we're all like, you know, that's the movie. Casting, they know what they're doing. They know what they're looking for.
Perfect example. Red was an Irish guy in the books.
Yep.
He was a redhead Irishman.
Yep.
And Morgan Freeman got it.
Yeah, I know, but that's casting.
And I could not
that's
imagine
what's
that
awesome.
movie without Morgan
No,
Freeman.
you couldn't have.
It wouldn't have been the same.
But even down to the small detail of the guard, the dickhead guard.
right?
Like nobody else, you couldn't swap those two guards. You got the
No.
one cool guard and you have the one dickhead guard. If you swapped them, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You don't buy it.
Oh, like in the Green Mile, that's like some perfect casting.
Absolutely.
Like on all
Percy.
fronts.
Percy
Percy
was
hated that
perfect.
motherfucker, huh?
Yeah.
You know, I think, but then.
And by the way, in real life, that dude's creepy as shit.
Is he?
how about
He's creepy as fuck, dude. Look him up. He's creepy.
how about another Tom Hanks movie, dude? Saving Private Ryan.
Oh,
sure.
Look at the cast. Even Ted Danson's in that fucking movie, dude. And he was good in the 4 minutes that he was in that
And
movie.
to go back to dialogue, how strong dialogue is, my favorite part of Saving Private
In
Ryan.
church?
Everything that went down, the best part was when Tom Hanks was talking about the French song that was playing, and they asked him about his wife, I think, and he said, "No, that's for me."
Yeah.
I was like, "That's the best part of the movie."
Oh, I mean, that whole movie's great. I love the church scene where they're all quiet. The sound design's like just perfect. And and then the guy tells a story about when he'd always he would stay asleep when his mom got home, even though like she knew he was awake, but she didn't like want to try to disrupt him. And he's like, I don't know why I did that.
I just shit to.
Because he was like he wanted to like see his mom, but he acted like he was asleep every time. He's like, I don't know why I did that.
Which one was that?
That was the medic told that story.
So it was right before they got killed in the field.
Yeah, it was. Oh God, I mean that scene to me is my favorite scene in that whole freaking movie.
It's a great movie too, all around.
But casting on that is. But I guess you have that
And
type
then
of budget.
when you get
don't-
the balls to cast somebody, like one of my favorite movies is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, to cast Jim Carrey as this total straight character, and then Kate Winslet is the wild, like kind of strange character, and it works
that's
perfectly.
the duo, though. That's what worked in that. Like them together was phenomenal. You know, and I think it ran a little too long for me, just personally.
See, I saw it when I was like right when it came out.
And you were young,
I
huh?
was like 16, and I fell in love with it. It really kind of changed the way I saw movies. Like that was the movie that kind of changed everything for me.
That's one movie I love to watch. With help.
The movie, the movie that kind of changed the way I thought about movies, I think, was Requiem for a Dream.
I saw it around the same time.
Yeah, so I mean, because it had that weird, just we're gonna go for it and we're gonna make a giant man-eating refrigerator, and I got it. I got where they're going for. It wasn't,
Dude, but that movie's like if I was a drug addict and I saw that movie, I'd be like, I'm not going to be a drug addict anymore.
or a prostitute,
But
or
they-
Jennifer Connelly.
They replicated that so well.
the drug
The
experience.
drug experience. It was like what is it? Fear and Loathing was a little over
dude,
the.
I love Fear and Loathing.
See, I don't like it. I didn't like it.
I love it because the acting, like Benicio del Toro
Both of those guys.
and Johnny Depp, but Benicio del Toro for me scares the fuck out of me in that movie. There's no reason he should have not won every single award that year because he is absolutely
Dude, the
phenomenal.
bathtub scene when he threw the fucking orange at his face, like,
Dude,
I thought he was gonna die.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's got the knife and he's like stabbing the table. But if you see Benicio del Toro as a person, he's just so calm, so chill, and then he played that character like he was on drugs. Like it's phenomenal what some of these guys could do.
The acting capabilities of them.
And Traffic. Benicio del Toro in
I mean,
Traffic.
he is a phenomenal actor. I haven't watched Che yet, and everybody like I wanted to see it really bad when it first came out.
I would see it.
And I mean, he's always kind of been one of my favorites.
Like, I don't know. I guess there's a certain element of like you can't be normal if you're that good of an actor.
Think so? Like
Absolutely.
an artist, any kind of artist, you can't.
If you're that good, there's got to be something weird going on.
Yeah, but I don't know. Look at Meryl. Meryl Streep looks like
You
just
hung
the
out with that
sweetest,
bitch?
but she just seems like she's just the sweetest, chillest, like kind of woman.
Same thing could be said with Tom Hanks.
Yeah, but
Going
what
back
about
to Tom
He
Hanks.
seems like that too.
But
Like
what if they're into pegging? You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing.
You never know.
Why is that weird, buddy? Why is that weird?
no, but like Tom Hanks, you hear about fan stuff. He's always so open to any kind of like taking pictures with fans.
Well, because he's
like,
not a
doing all
cock.
this
See,
stuff.
there's two different things though. You know what I'm saying? You could be weird as an artist and not be a dick, but then you could be a dick like Colin Farrell. I bet you that's why you feel that Colin Farrell's a dick.
But see, I don't think Colin Farrell is a dick, though.
I don't
think he is.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm
I've
calling
never
him a
met him.
dick right now. Until we get it, till Colin comes out on the podcast, you're a dick, sir.
You giant D.
But,
I don't
like-
think he is. He's a good actor, though.
But
man.
there are some actors who that like just seem like, oh, you're an actress. You could tell just by the way they act. You know, like for instance, Anne Hathaway. You're just like, that girl's an actress. She's just crazy. She's just this actress.
Perfect example of Daniel Day-Lewis.
He's
One of those people that are just in character.
yeah.
All
Like-
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when he's doing the film, but then you see him, he's all just like this like nice guy.
But here's my question: like, are they in character? Like, is he Abraham Lincoln going to Crafty getting a bag of
no, I don't
almonds?
think he does that.
He doesn't go to Crafty.
I don't know. I don't think
Slaves bring him food.
like he doesn't. I don't think because I worked with some method actors,
Dropping names. Hold on.
and
What's up?
they
It's not
they
Friday,
don't
bro.
sit there and like respond to you in character. Like they'll just kind of be quiet and then like take whatever you're saying and then they'll just go into it. They just don't get out of that mindset. They want to be so locked into that kind of like mindset of that character so they could do it. I mean, think about also having like an English accent and you're playing like an oil man, you know? And you have to that's a lot of concentration to not break that
I wonder
accent.
if it's easier to go from English to American
I want to
accent
talk to somebody
or
that can do it.
American to British. Because I can't do it. Like there's some
British
words.
accent?
Yeah, there's some words that maybe I could get away
If
with.
you practiced, I mean, you totally could.
Do I make you horny?
Do I? See, that's all I can do.
That's all I know. That's it. What made you guys really interested in? Look, to be honest, at the end of the day, we run around with a camera, we shoot stuff, we edit stuff. I know what my sort of beginning was, where what made me want to get into quote unquote the film industry. What made you guys interested in films?
Mine would have to be 100% dialogue because like I was such a fan of like Clerks. I'm a big fan of a lot of Kevin Smith movies.
So that stuck out enough for you to realize that there's a puppet master behind all that.
No, I wouldn't realize it until way later because the only reason I got into working in film and TV is because I wanted to do music. I wanted to record music. But then I took what I learned and lateraled that over into post-production sound, and then that's when I really learned what went down. But I mean, I'm such a huge movie fan, and some of my most favorite movies are those that are real dialogue heavy, but like with snappy and catchy dialogue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's basically, you know, and then I end up here, which is fucking nuts because I never thought this is where I would end up going.
It was never one movie for me. It was actually, I did theater for like a long time, and I was always in. Like, I wanted to be an actor, so I wanted to be in movies, and
They just didn't have any ogre roles, or sorry.
God damn, dude.
I got a hold of a video camera, and I started making short films.
Same thing. Same thing happened to me.
From then on, I just never stopped.
You knew what's up. Like when I remember, because we dusted off these old VHSs, and I was playing these stop motion animation things I made when I was like 8 or 9. But I figured out how to wire 3 VCRs and a CD player to add sound and all that.
Here.
And I was engineering all this, and I was like, this is where I'm going later on.
Yeah, it's funny. I totally remember fucking tape to tape with CD player plugged in so you could add music. But, you know, when you added music, you couldn't have any dialogue because it was just going to be music.
You're blowing out your 2 tracks?
So, like, I totally did that. Like, just by myself, tape to tape. Mm-hmm. Literally, from one tape, all right, that's where it's cut, so I got to go find this spot and then add that in right there.
Too bad it just popped and fizzled here.
I could run like literally 128 tracks of audio.
We had 2.
But I was 10. I was 10 hooking up VCRs, and my parents were like, "How do you do that?" They didn't even know like what I was doing. But in my
I don't
head,
even know
it
how
worked.
I figured it out. I was just like, this. If I do this,
Yeah.
and I could do this, and then I plug this. Oh, I guess that's
And
how
I'll
you
hit
do
play,
it.
and I timed it out, so I'd hit play here and hit play here.
Oh, dude, the timing, and then you fuck up, you rewind, and you're like, shit, I didn't get it right.
It says a little play in the corner if you fuck up the recording. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's where it started from for me too. You know.
And then, yeah, because I didn't like, even when I was doing that kind of stuff, there were people that had, you know, Windows Movie Maker and a camera that they could plug into their computer. I didn't have that shit.
See, this is pre-computer, buddy.
Oh yeah, I didn't. I mean, that stuff was around, but I mean, I didn't grow up rich. I didn't have shit. I didn't have a computer till I was 18. So like
What'd you do with your hand in your wiener?
He played outside.
Magazines, man.
What, the old-fashioned?
Old-fashioned way.
When back in my day, I had 2
Sears
penthouses and a
catalog.
Playboy.
And just it was kind of because I got a camera. So this is funny. So I remember asking my parents for a camera for my birthday, and bless their hearts, they got me what they could have got. But it was like so old technology. It was like the shit
You're like,
that was
what
on
is this
clearance.
shit?
This was like on clearance at fucking
You should have threw it out the window.
at Circuit City.
Funny you said Circuit City. First thing I've ever financed in my life, when I moved out of my house at the age of 19, moved out, got an apartment. I financed a Gateway computer. I had no credit. I don't even know what the percentage was. It was like 25 million %. I don't even know. I got a computer, and then the next thing I financed was an 8mm camcorder from Circuit City. And I shot everything I could on that thing and edited on my little Gateway. That's all I did.
See, my senior year of high school, I started researching like editing software, and I learned by myself on Premiere Pro. And then I just started from there, and I made like 2 45-minute movies when I was like 17, 18. It's fun. And then like I always like go back to that time period, like when we made this zombie movie. You know, I mean, it's not that bad.
Because those aren't overdone.
But we made it. Well, now they are. This was back in 2004. We made it, and the guys I was making with, they worked graveyards, and I worked during the day.
Speaking of zombies.
So we were making it literally like 3-hour time span that we had from the time I got off to where they had to go to work over like 3 months. We made this movie, and we had actors. We had like 20 actors, and we did it. And it's like sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I could go back to that time period and just
with what you know now.
With what I know now, and just the I'm not passionate about it anymore. But I never thought about money. I never we made that movie for like $200, and we bought people food, like we did all this stuff. Like now it's like you think about trying to make something, you're like, fuck.
Sean used to buy bagels for the butter show shoots. Remember that we had coffee and bagels, and we'd shoot all fucking day.
I did it, man. I did it.
That's what we did.
Made it happen.
You know what? Well, let's
Oh.
You want to wrap this thing up here?
Are we wrapping?
Let's wrap it up. I want to say thank you to everybody out there who's been listening. We're going to continue the podcast. It's not going to stop. I don't know if it'd be as fun as being in this studio with Jared and Sean. It's been like, I don't know if you get any two better hosts to do this podcast with. But hopefully with the means that we have with technology today, we can bring it to you like nothing's changed.
We'll get you on a little camera, Mikey, and then we'll all have a good time.
Why does it gotta be a little camera, you fucking dicks, dude?
You keep your little pants on?
Because the littler, the better.
We'll give a shout out to all our sponsors out there.
Negative.
Jameson should be our sponsor.
Solo Jeans sponsor us. Who else?
I know we keep throwing out names, but we're hoping to get Bald Brian for reals back.
Oh yeah, we
on
read.
the
That's
show.
what made me think of films today.
So hopefully we can get him on pretty soon. And then, yeah, that's it. I'm done.
You done?
All right, throw the mic down. Throw it down.
Fuck you, Tom Brady.
Fourteen North Radio.
Giblets.